Making money today. Money, money, money. Cornbread, good evening. I did send that out to Junkyard that you wanted me to show or send to him. Let's see if I can do it. Hopefully. That's what it looks like outside. Yeah, that's snow. It started snowing, I don't know, about like 2 o'clock yesterday morning or this morning. So we had about an inch, inch and a half on the ground this morning. Then it warmed up and melted. And then we got a little more during the day. But that's what she looks like. So, 73 there. Well, you got to put that. There you go. Yeah, I know. There we go. Yeah. Well, happy birthday, Dale. Today is Dale's birthday. Happy birthday. No. Happy birthday. No. Happy birthday, dear Dale. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dale. You got about 3.5 inches there? Yeah. It was your birthday. They wanted you to have something special. Kind of sucks, though. I know it's coming, but it does kind of suck. I got a phone call Friday. Said, hey, Keith. I said, yeah. I'll be there Sunday night or Sunday morning to tear off your rubber roof. And Monday morning, there will be a guy there to put it back on, a new one on. Well, nobody showed up to tear the roof off today. Hopefully the guy doesn't show up tomorrow to put it on. Excuse me. They were supposed to start by the last week of October, and he just wasn't able to finish up the other jobs he had done, and he's still working on 1 or 2 more that he's got to get done. Last, but anyways, supposed to have the rubber roof on. They're supposed to be on tomorrow, and then the garage in the house was going to get roofed. It should have been roofed already, but it should be done by Thanksgiving, hopefully. which Dale's only 60. He's a youngin'. We're getting a black steel roof put on the garage in the house. Yeah, I know. Nobody works this week. Oh. Hopefully, like I said, by Thanksgiving it'll be done. It is drone resistant. Or the week after that, probably. Or the week after that. Did you see that video that I sent you that Cornbread wanted me to show you? Junkyard. I know, I'm a food stamps, yeah. I wish I was getting them, yeah. Hell, I can't remember which one it was. Let's see. Oh, about the Harbor Freight generator. Yeah, Santa's going to need Magnet shoes, yeah. $2,000? I guess that ain't too bad for 11,000 or whatever the hell it is, 11,000 watt generator. That runs on natural gas, or propane. I don't know if you was a member. Well, that was with his 15% off or something like that, or 10% off or something. Got it for around $2,000. Free bread, bag of red rags. There you go. They don't. They wouldn't make much money off of me because I've only bought. I probably have spent less than $250 there in 5 years. Don't really need tools. I got more tools than 3 or 4 guys ought to have. The only thing I actually did buy was wire weld, the wire for wire welder, and some, you know, um, welding magnets. I bought, a plier set, and I bought some picks, and then a magnetic tool. I haven't really bought a lot from there. Well, the black roof is going to heat the house, you're right. But I got a brown roof on it now, so that's not going to be hardly too much more difference. I guess this summer coming up, we're probably going to end up blowing in insulation in the attic. It has about 4 to 6 inches in it now. And one of the gable ends, they got the vents on them. I got to put new vents in them. So when I got the vent off, I'll probably just get a cellulose insulation blower and put it up on the flat roof and blow in 4 or 5 more inches of insulation into that. The house is pretty much insulated. And I thought there was, when I bought the house, the guy said there was like 2 foot of insulation upstairs in the attic. And I never did check that, but we had a guy go up there this spring for that weatherization. He said, no, there's only like 6 inches in there. So, and we didn't, they come out here and we qualified for the weatherization, but we didn't qualify for the weatherization. So the reason why we didn't qualify is I have a few pipes downstairs, ductwork that has asbestos on it, and they want that taken off first, removed by an abatement team. Well, just for them guys to show up, it's like $3,000 or $4,000, let alone to take the stuff off, and then you got to get the permits and all that other stuff. I can do it myself. Homeowners can do it themselves, but they won't agree to it if I do it myself. So they are. So, and we need a new, the furnace is like 30 years old, and the water heater is 15 years old. And if they're going to weatherization, they were going to replace the furnace and the water heater, and they just didn't have that kind of money in the budget. So I got to thinking, I think I'm going to go buy, hello, Rosanna, Rosanna, Dana, Anna, Rosanna, Dana, Anna, Rosanna, Dana, Anna, Rosanna, Dana, Anna. I know, always $1 short. I think I'm going to buy the 5-zone mini splits. I think that's actually what I should do. Put 4 of them in the house and 1 in the basement. That way you keep the pipes from freezing. Your floors will be warm. You won't lose none of that heat because heat goes up. So, That's the best way I can figure it. I can get a five stage mini split for around $7,000. Hey, tennis shoes, you old snuggle bunny, you. Hi, Tenny. Oh, by the way, everybody, it's Dale's birthday. Don't forget to say happy birthday to him. I know, upside down. Years ago, before Kathy and I even met, when she lived at home and she was still in school, her electric blanket, I think she was at school or something, and her electric blanket caught on fire. And upstairs in their bedroom. So, you know, she's a big, how can you, she's a big, how do you want to put it? Advocate on making sure that your electric blanket is off when you're not there. Yeah. Now, I don't know how long I'm going to be on here tonight because my son's working tonight, so I might get called away like I did last Sunday. You're welcome, Dale. Kathy won't drive in this stuff, so there's no sense of saying she will, and she don't drive at night anyway, so. That's right. Tell me after we're done. Yeah, okay. Myers department store, grocery store, they have turkeys 49 cents a pound. If you have the Meijer app on your phone and you clip it, you can get that turkey for 39 cents a pound. Some woman was ahead of me and she says, 39 cents a pound? I got 2 of them. That's a good deal. I said, ma'am, if I had freezer room, I'd have 10 of them in this cart right now at 39 cents a pound. She said, you would? I said, yeah. You know, you buy them when you can get them and when you can get them cheap. But I don't have room in the freezer. I have 6 or 7 hams in one freezer right now. We bought last year when it was 69 cents a pound or something like that last summer. Not last year, this, 6-8 months ago, back in April. So you're going to end up having to buy a turkey like, the Monday before Thanksgiving and let it thaw out in the refrigerator. Yeah, I want ham 39 cents a pound. I got enough ham to last us for a long time. That's the problem. I'll cook a ham, and it's just me, her, and our son here most of the time. And he works at a restaurant, so, he doesn't eat here half the time. But, a ham will last us, we'll have it for dinner one night, have it for dinner the next night. I put it in the refrigerator, and eat off of it for an entire week. You piece off of it, and put the bone in the freezer, and just and we, and then after 4 or 5 days of the ham, I'll end up just deboning the bone and put the bone in a wrap it up in aluminum foil and put it in a Ziploc bag by itself, and then I'll put the ham in another Ziploc bag and put that in the freezer because we just don't eat it. We don't eat a lot, or we won't finish it. That's right. Next year, be free shopping. Did you see where all these people voted for him, and now he's coming out with all these crazy, ideas? All these hot dog carts and stuff that are out there. He wants them to give 22% of their product away to the New York City for the grocery store. Same way with all the restaurants and stuff, and all the other grocery stores. They all got to give 22% of their product to the city so the city can put it in the city grocery stores. I'm all for it too. They're going to find out what a pain in the ass he really is. Today's Dale's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
I'm actually sorry that he had listened to me sing.
Oh, he said encore. He wanted me to sing it again.
Oh, God. I said to Connie on the phone, one thing about them on YouTube is they can mute it. I have to listen to it.
Oh, you like it.
No.
Yeah, he is a year wiser. There ain't no doubt about my mind they'll turn Republican. Well, the New York Stock Exchange has already said they're leaving. There's a lot of businesses leaving New York City. They've claimed they've lost over $100 million already walking out the door. New York City. Oh. Like the thing said, Florida's real estate agent of the year. Even the salsa's leaving, you're right. Yeah. I guess Virginia ain't no better. So. I canceled my subscription to coffee. December's subscription. Now, when I first started it, it was $34 for 3 cans in September. December's subscription for the same 3 cans was $54.17 if I got the December subscription. I said no. Nope. I'm looking at other coffee options on Amazon because I don't think you can get coffee cheaper at the grocery store. So like they got the McDonald's coffee. I don't know. It's like $14 for 24 ounces or something like that. I did too, about 45 years ago. Back then, life was easy. All you had to do is send a money order in there and a thing stating that that you were over 18. Never signed up. Same way with cigarette machines. There's a little bitty thing up there in the corner that says, by purchasing these cigarettes in this machine, you were attesting that you were over the age of 18 or whatever at the time. Yeah, okay. Click, click. Yeah. Well, she doesn't want to buy Folgers no more because they claim they're putting a bunch of stuff in it. If you look at Maxwell House, it just says coffee. That's the only ingredient in it, coffee. Yeah. She was watching something and said, well, they come out and said, that Folgers and there's a couple other ones that Walmart carries that they're putting like heavy metals and stuff is in the coffee. I don't know what it is, and Maxwell House is one of them that isn't. Yeah, they're all going to be back home. Be able to pick more coffee. Yeah. Anyways, what we had for dinner tonight, I went to that flash food this morning. They had strip steaks, and there was only 3 packages this morning on that flash food, and I bought them. And each package had 2 strip steaks. There's probably each one's probably 6 or 7 ounces a piece or whatever. So I didn't even really look at the package to see what the total weight was. Some of them were over a pound. Some were just about a pound. So they should get cheaper. Anyways, I thought about making, the strip steak with the frozen noodles cooked in beef broth, and then like a mixed vegetable or something like that. And then just butter your noodles or whatever. And then I thought, well, what would be really good? And she was upstairs, and I said, what would be really good? And she said, what's that? Gretchen this morning wanted to make breakfast. So she helped her make breakfast. I said, why don't we have steak and eggs, and Gretchen and you can make it? And she said, well, no, I don't sound good. Then all of a sudden she said, that does sound good. So her and Gretchen, they made steak and eggs for lunch or for dinner. That Black Rifle is expensive coffee, yeah, but it's for the vets. Like I got bags of Mr. Pete's downstairs. It's not a bad coffee. It's not a great coffee, but it's in vacuum sealed bags, and I got it down there. And it's for when you don't have any. I'll bring a bag of that up and throw it in the can until I get more coffee. I bought it all at I can't remember what the name of it is. Honeydew down there in Toledo. Honeydew Cupboards or something. And they had bags and bags and bags of this coffee, unground or ground, $1 a bag. Like 18 ounces or something like that. So I picked up, I don't know, like 25 or 30 of them. And I have them downstairs. They're all still sealed, but they're in a tote downstairs. I remember when Walmart had grinders. There's only one store that I know of that has grinders, and that's Country Market. And the last time I was in there, it had a grinder. That was about a year ago, but I don't know if they have them anymore, but where you could actually grind your own coffee. But then again, if you looked at the grinders, you wouldn't grind your own coffee in there because they never clean them. They're nasty looking. You know, you would think they'd clean them at least once a week, and they don't. There's no way. Honeydew Bargains, that's right. I couldn't remember the name of it. Yeah, they leave all the great flavors in there. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. But throw rice in there and clean it? Yeah. Oh, what you do is you get 2 bags of coffee. You pour the 1 bag in there, and you clean it out with that bag, toss that one to the side, and then put the bag that you want, for yours, in it, and then run it that way. Oh, Pumpkin, get up here. Come on. Come on. Come on, you want to say hi to Tenny? Come on. Get up here. Oh. Say hi to Tenny and Rosanna. Rosanna? Come on. Two baggers, that's right. Buy your own coffee grinder, that's right. Rosanna says, hi, Spirit. She says, oh, yeah? Say hi, Tenny. Yeah, tree bean, there you go. Tenny says, hi, Spirit. She is a pretty girl. I need to take her picture and put it on for the cat calendar. See if she gets on it or not. She is my little baby. She loves her papa, I'm telling you. And she doesn't understand this time change. So when it is 5:30, it is 4:30, and she's up on my chest trying to get me up at 4:30 in the morning because she thinks it's 5:30 and it's time for treats. And by the time 5:30 comes around, she's an hour past her treat time, and she's really anxious. They probably do, Junkyard. Now, for the longest time, she wouldn't, if I was in my recliner and laying down, she wouldn't get on top of me unless I had a blanket on. And then she'd lay on top of the blanket. The last couple of weeks, I can be in my chair watching TV, and she'll climb right up my chest and do like she's doing right now with me sitting straight up, and she'll lay down. Now, if I put the blanket on me, she'll lay down between my calves until I go to sleep. And then when I wake up in the middle of the night, I feel this thing laying on my chest, and I look, and there she is. Oh, cute kitty. Huh? Shampoo Group, terrible. Grape nuts and grits. We got it today already. In fact, it's still spitting snow. Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing better. Not yet. That stuff's way too wet for a snowblower. I know. Oh, very well could do that. But it's the snow is so wet that you couldn't use a snowblower anyways. Yeah, your snowblower is all tuned up. What are you looking at, Pumpkin? Tell her exactly whose kitty you really are.
She's mine.
Sad, Junkyard.
Hi, Junkyard.
Yeah. Get away from me. Is it bothering us, huh, Pumpkin?
Well,
Yeah. What's funny is Kathy will come over here and she'll lean on me, and this cat will get right up here and get right in our business. You know, like, hey, you can't do it without me. That's right. Yeah, leave us alone. That's right. I'll get in there and go to bed, get my recliner and recline out, and I'll put my blanket on and I'll say, hey, Spirit, honey, it's snuggle time. And about 4 or 5 minutes later, she'll meander in there and she'll look at me for a few minutes and then she'll finally jump up and she'll either walk up to my chest and look me in the eyes and then turn around and walk back down and lay between my legs. You still got your sling? Well, they didn't play last Saturday, so I still got mine too. I tell you what, that was a nail biter with the Indiana game. Yeah, she gave Gretchen a haircut in the middle of the night, went out there and chewed part of her hair off. Yeah. Good for business, yeah. Yeah, it's quite a chunk, probably about 40 or 50 strands of hair. Left them laying there on the pillow. She is a one-person cat. Oh, she loves Kathy. She gets up on Kathy's computer table, her desk, and stares at her, and then she'll move around and she'll hit the keys with her feet and her tail and stuff, and it'll knock her computer out or whatever. But if Kathy gets up and walks someplace, she follows her. I got hear something right here. I can't. What the hell it is? But yeah, she won't let you pet her, but like that, or sit on you. But she loves you. You can tell that cat does because she follows you around. She don't never follow me, but she'll follow Kathy. If Kathy's in the dining room or living room and she's in there, she'll walk right out here with her. And if Kathy walks the other way, she'll walk right back there with her. She is spoiled. Kathy buys her toys and she buys her treats. She is spoiled rotten. Well, that's always too much information there, Skeeta. I got up this morning. I was an hour and a half late getting up. I come out here, overfilled her food bowl, give her some treats, and said, now you had to be good for a little while. And she ain't dumb either. I took one of her treat packages, and I decided I was going to try to trick her. And I went over and I filled it full of cat food. And then when it was treat time, I took that treat package and shook it. She come running. I put some in my hand, put it down on the floor for it, and she just looked at it like, excuse me. Yeah. She knew it wasn't treats. There you go. It's cheaper than the internet. Oh, I bet they do. I bet they do follow you around. Our son, he's got one of them teacup Yorkies, or whatever they're called. I don't know. Little teacup. And I can't even think of her name, but Belle. Belle's her name. I bet you she don't weigh a pound. I don't know what was the commercial. I don't see them. I can't even tell you when you're getting one anymore because they quit that. I did try those all pork Johnsonville hot dogs. I did a chili dog Saturday afternoon for lunch. I did 2 of them. They're like well, there's 6, and so they're a little over like 2.5 ounces a piece or whatever. But they're pretty filling. They eat different, I guess, than a regular hot dog does, a pork, chicken, or beef, or an all beef hot dog. It actually is more filling, I think. They're closed tomorrow, but I'm gonna go Tuesday and see if they got any more. I want to pick up a couple more packages just to have them, and probably pick up some or some chicken tenderloins. Not chicken, turkey tenderloin or whatever. It's actually a breast, or a half a breast or whatever. And I know I gotta go to the school Tuesday for a play. She's in there giving them hell. Spirit, honey! Come on, Spirit! Come on, Spirit! Be a good girl. She wouldn't let my daughter go by her today either. She started staring at her. She said, "Look at this cat staring at me." I said, "Just walk by her." What are you, afraid of a cat? Well, did your dog have all the excitement he could stand today? What'd you do? Give him a couple pieces of cake? Warm out? Yeah. What's that, Pumpkin? Oh, she gotta go check the window. Something's out there. You can tell. Two first names, yeah. Well, when I was younger, I was over at my cousin's house over on Grandy Street. And they had a dog named Muttley. Well, I was walking. I was leaving there going home. And I was on the back side of the house. I walked around the back side of the house and was walking through the side yard to go towards our house. Next thing I know, I hear, Muttley, no! And she had broke her chain, or he had broke his chain, or whatever the hell it was. I turned around and looked, and there that dog was running right at me. I took off running. I made it probably 40 feet before it caught me. And that damn thing bit me twice in the kidneys back here in the back, above the hip, on my right side, and bit me once on the other side. My uncle happened to be on the front porch at the time. He yelled at her, and she come, or whatever it was, he or she or whatever, let loose of me and ran up to the porch, and he kicked the hell out of that dog for doing that. And hell, I couldn't walk for a couple of weeks right because it hurt so bad. I don't like being bit by dogs, I can tell you that. Ain't too crazy about getting bit by the cat either. The cat, not only will it bite you, they'll claw the living hell out of you. All right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. You all have a great day. God bless. Take care. Prayers and peace. And I will see you tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard, if you're so inclined to join me. I understand that. I was out on Terry Road, and no, it was Elliott. I was out on Elliott. I had a driver. I was throwing garbage, and then I had a supervisor in the truck, and we were doing route audits. Anyways, I get off the truck to pick up the trash, and this woman opens her door, and she lets out two of her dogs. These dogs are pretty big. One was a German Shepherd, and the other one, I don't know, a cross between a Rottweiler and whatever else. But that one come running over at me, and it was growling, and he went to leap for me, and I kicked it right underneath the chin, and it did a somersault up in the air and laid on its back, and it's just, kicking its legs. She yells at me, "Don't you ever kick my dog again." I said, "Ma'am, I'll kill that son of a bitch." Excuse my language. "Amish, how are you? Nice to see you." I said, "I'll kill it the next time you let it out on me." And the supervisor at the time, that was my wife's uncle actually, he got out of the truck, walked right up to her and said, "Ma'am, we don't need your business no more. This is the last time you're getting picked up. I've already called it in to cancel you. You'll get a refund in the mail." Yeah. She done it on purpose. I remember, used to have a bunch of dogs on the routes, and a lot of the dogs would just walk up to you. You reach in the cab of the truck, and you give them out a milk bone, and you give it to them. The old dogs that, the younger dogs run, the old dogs walk out to you. Anyways, we'll see you all in the morning. You have a blessed night, everybody. And that was a good video on your Ringer washer today there, Tim. I like that. Have a great day, everybody, and take care.